Hello beautiful ones, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Joseph, and if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. How long has it been since I've said that to you beautiful ones? I'm so sorry, I've been gone for ages and ages, more like a week and a half to 2 weeks, being a bit dramatic there as per, but been snowed under with work and right, waffling, massively waffling. Should we just get on and talk about what we're going to be talking about today? So today's another hair video. I'm sorry if you're getting bored with my hair videos and you'd rather me do a skincare or a beauty video, but hair is beauty as well, isn't it? It is. I think it is anyway. Just putting my vape between my on my table, which I'm actually, because it is quite a precarious setup in here. And again, I'm just perched on the edge of like a desk sort of thing with a studio light there and a studio light there. Again, very, very tired today, so rambling and not making much sense, but determined to get this video out there for you beautiful ones. Need to say a quick hello to Jamie. Hi Jamie, how are you doing? And Sarah. Hi Sarah, how are you doing? I work with Jamie and Sarah, both really lovely people, and I know that Jamie spent a good part of yesterday watching all of my videos, well, our videos, because not just mine, they're yours and mine, and Sarah's going to be watching them tonight, so a very brave lady, isn't she? But right, okay, stop waffling, right. So before so guys, should we have a quick recap on what's happened to this face of mine in the past, should we say, month or so? Because if I find a little photo and insert it in here somewhere, you'll see how different I looked 4 or 5 weeks ago. I had black beard, black hair, salt and peppering around the side. Salt and peppering means grey, black and white basically mixed together, as in salt and pepper. And then I decided one day just to bleach my hair. I always used to bleach my hair when I was about in my late 30s, early 40s. And for some reason I just stopped, and then I decided to start bleaching it again about 6 weeks ago. So, and if you want to see the video for that, I'll link that either in here or down below, as some people say on here. So I must apologise very briefly, guys. My neighbours, who are lovely, lovely people, they're revving up to have yet another Saturday night party. They've had one every night since I moved in 5 months ago, and basically the walls are pretty thin in this house, and so things start shaking or you can hear music. That's what that is. So that's that done. What was it? Oh, we're talking about this, weren't we? Yeah. So the hair initially was yellow, canary yellow, and then I put a castings toner on it, thinking it didn't have hydrogen peroxide in. It was ammonia it didn't have in. A lot of these one wash and 24 wash out colorants will have no ammonia in them, but they will have peroxide, because what peroxide does is it lifts the follicles on the hair, and follicles are like little scales, which then allow the colorant to penetrate into the shaft of the hair, basically colouring it. So that's a little bit of background, a little bit of science for you guys out there. That's why every hair colorant out there has to have hydrogen peroxide in it. They just do, otherwise they coat the hair and stain the hair. So that's how chemical hair dyes work in a nutshell. I'm waffling, aren't I, guys? I do apologise. But so, and then I put on and then I went out because I wasn't pleased with the casting. So then I went up to the shops and I marched up there, and I marched all the way back, about 6 miles, because I live 3 miles away from central Hereford, 3 miles there, 3 miles back. Really waffly today. I do apologise again because I'm tired. Should I just get to the point? Okay, trying to. So then I went and bought an ash blonde hair dye, and then I bought a grey hair dye, and then I bought a beige coloured hair dye, and about 6 or 7 shades later, this is the colour we're at the minute. And I've just had a haircut, as you'll see at the start of this video, forgetting where I am, but at the start, very chaotic today. I do apologise again, guys, but at the start of this video, you will see me sat in a mirrors, about to have the whole mop cut off, and this is the result. I think it looks pretty good now. A little bit alarming though, because as you can see, that should all be dark by now, shouldn't it? Not there, because that's where my salt and peppering was, but certainly around there and at the back, because my hair was nearly black before. And now it's just kind of a dishwater dirty sort of blonde colour. So I may have gone and just transformed myself into a natural blonde now, as well as being a bottle blonde. So what are the chances of that happening? It does happen though. I was speaking to Amir, my hairdresser, today, and he said that, yeah, it can happen, and he loved the colour. He said it looked really natural, and he was just really pleased with it. So all of you doubters out there, if it's good enough for Amir, it's good enough for me, and it should be good enough for you too. I'm kidding, of course I'm kidding, but so what, oh yeah, that's right. And I was going to talk about the beard quickly, wasn't I? Now this is my natural colour. This is my natural colouring. Can you see? I don't know what that stripe is down there and what that's all about. In fact, I'd never actually seen my natural colour for over 10 years, because that's how long I'd been dyeing it black for. Thinking I look good, walking around town, thinking I look the big man with his black beard and black hair, looking a little bit like David Guest. Insert a photo there of Mr. Guest. No offence to any fans of Mr. Guest, or if Mr. Guest is watching himself, no offence meant. Although, I don't really think I look like David, do I? David Guest. No, I'm sure I don't. So then I decided to shave it all off, because I hoped that it would be more in keeping with the blonde, and I think we're kind of there now. Do you know what I mean? Am I looking more natural, not like a natural blonde? Please do let me know in the comments whether you think I look natural or not, or if I'm just barking wildly at the wrong tree, because, you know, I'll totally ignore your advice, but it would be nice to hear from you guys. Better put my spectacles on. Right, this is going to be the most chaotic video ever. So in the start of this video, you heard me talking about a magical ingredient, and I always used to do this when I used to bleach my hair, and my hair just was just in the best condition it's ever been since doing this, using this hack. And I used to use loads of bleach on it. It wouldn't snap, it wouldn't fall out. It wasn't like cotton wool, like it is a little bit like it is now, because I didn't use this hack when I bleached my hair like the first time around. This is only the second time I'm ever bleaching it, so shall I just show you what the hack is, rather than me sat here rabbling on and on and on. It is virgin coconut oil. Can you see it's a white sort of, a white waxy oil. This I got from Tesco, it's about £3. So very, very cheap as well. You don't need very much of this at all. Scoop a little bit out, put it into a container of some sort, stick that in the microwave for 10 seconds or however long it takes for the coconut oil to turn to a liquid. Massage it into your hair. You've got one of the best conditioners nature has ever invented. It's loaded with, the lid on it, loaded with unsaturated fats. It's loaded with omega oils and so on and so forth. I personally think it's almost like a direct, nor nature's duplicate of the scalp oils. And you know, scalp oils coat your hair and give hair condition, and thereby replacing it with something like coconut oil, you're giving yourself a super boost of condition, and you're also protecting the hair. Today I'm going to be applying this to my hair prior to bleaching. So I'll be using this first, and then I'll be applying bleach directly on top of the virgin coconut oil, and then I'll be applying. Back in a minute. And then, rather than the glamorous Co-op green bag I used prior to in the first bleaching video, I'm going to be using good old cling film today, which is what I used to do 10-15 years ago. Ooh. Which is exactly what I did 10-15 years ago when I used to bleach. I've got itchy neck, sorry. When I used to bleach my hair regularly. So all you do is you just, I'll show you. Shall I show you? That might be easier than me sat here trying to explain something when you're trying to visualize it, and I could quite easily show you, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'll go and put a tablespoonful of this one into here, and then I'll put it in the microwave for 10 seconds. When I come back, this will be a liquid. And then I'll just massage it into my scalp, and I'll do that with you beautiful ones. How does that sound? Why not? Right, beautiful ones, just put a towel around your shoulders. Just if you've got an expensive, this shirt's not expensive, this shirt's from a charity shop, but if you're wearing Ralph Lauren or something like that, you might want to protect your clothes, because this could go everywhere. That's the melted coconut oil. It does turn clear, because, well, it just does. It just does turn clear, guys. That's all you need to know. Take glasses off. Now then, so let's just pour some of this into the palm of my hand. Can you see that? Maybe not, but then just work it into your scalp. It feels really, really, really greasy, but because it's an unsaturated fat, it won't feel that greasy. Not as if, do you know what I'm trying to say there? If you were putting lard or something like that on your hair, then you'd certainly know about it, oily wise, but this is a vegetable oil. Put that over there, guys, and just massage it in. And a little bit does go quite a long way, so I've got way, way, way too much there, as usual. And I should have said at the start, before I started waffling on about the virtues of coconut oil, that also, what it also does is it's super, what's the word? It just enhances the whole bleaching process, so you're not sat under the, you know, your cling film for hours. And you can also get away with using a much lower percent peroxide. So today I'm going to be using 30%. which is still a little bit high. I get that. And all of you detractors out there that told me off last time for using 40% volume peroxide, I do agree with you. Now I do, but I just wanted to have blonde hair on that day. I didn't fancy doing it over 2 days, but doing it this way will definitely, I'll be blonder by today. So if you've got very, very dark hair like I did, had I just gone in with a coconut oil to start off with, I would have been blonde within half an hour or something, and my hair wouldn't have been ruined, which it sort of is now, but it grows out, doesn't it? That's my attitude. So I'm going to use all of this. So let's just work, and as I said, I've been working it. Did I say that? I can't remember. Just been working it in around the sides as well. Just put that in my lap. How are you all? I'm so sorry I haven't been filming recently. Well, I have been, haven't I? I mean, I've done a few vlogs. Do you like the smell of coconut oil? I can't stand it. It makes me physically want to, do you know what I mean? A bit like vanilla too. I'm not a big fan of vanilla, but one of the worst combinations in the world is vanilla and coconut put together. Not a fan of Bounty bars, are you? Bounty bars are, if for the Americans out there that might not know, Bounty bars are like a desiccated coconut surrounded by chocolate, and they do a dark chocolate and a milk chocolate too. If they did a white chocolate one, then perhaps one would be quite tempted, but one's not, because I don't think they do. Possibly they do, maybe not though. Right, let's just get that all worked in. Really, really, really greasy. Now my whole hands are just covered in oil, but as I say, it's an unsaturated oil, so it's not a bad oil or a very particularly greasy oil. And what the point here is just to try and get every strand of hair saturated, flicking it everywhere. Good job my landlady's not here. If you are watching, Alison, hi, how are you doing? Sorry about not paying my rent on time this month. I did pay it though. I paid it on the day, it was on the 15th, but you don't need to know that, guys, do you? About 10 o'clock at night. It's not the best, is it, really? To edit all of this out, won't I, guys? Right, it's all over my lap now, guys, too, and I'm going all over the shirt, and now the the camera's going all funny too. Thanks, camera. And if you fancy just a deep conditioning treatment, if you've bleached your hair and your hair feels like straw, I would advise doing this, because it just makes your hair so soft, and it repairs the hair. It does, it literally does, and it serves as a wonderful base for bleach, because your hair it won't even look like, it will look like it's been bleached, but it won't feel like it's been bleached, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm gonna have to call that a day there with the old coconut oil, or real coconut. Is that French for coconut oil? Don't really know, because I'm not French. I'll be back in, I better just go and wash my greasy paws, which are now laden with oil. Can you see how greasy they are? Yep. You hate grease, don't you? I'll be back in 2 shakes, guys. See you in a minute. So beautiful. And just go and get yourself a hand mirror like this one here, and just make sure all of the hair is covered. I've just been in the bathroom, so I know mine is saturated with stuff, and this will literally protect your hair and possibly save it from being ruined like I did mine last time. It was starting to look like candy floss, and it was just coming out. It wasn't coming out in tufts, but had I then processed it today without putting coconut oil on it first, just put my toothbrush down here because I'm going to be using the end of that to stir the bleach. Sorry, had I used coconut first, it wouldn't have coconut oil first. It wouldn't have ended up like cotton wool, basically. So beautiful ones. You'll need a pair of gloves, which I'm just donning now. These just came with one of the many hair colours I've been experimenting with recently. I've got hundreds of these now because I've been buying loads of hair colours. So with the using bleach, even though we're incorporating coconut oil into the equation, you'll still need to wear gloves because you just protect your hands. I didn't the first time round. I'm naughty, aren't I? And we're going to use an entire sachet of Jerome Russell High Lift powder bleach, and that's going to go straight into the. This is another one. In fact, it's the same one. I've just washed it because I haven't got that many of them. But if you don't like washing up, like most people don't, get yourself another one, or just wash the same one up. I'm going to stop it now. So just pour that into there. So beautiful, and that's all of the powder bleach in there. You can see that, can't you? And I'm going to put the 30% volume, 30 vol, if you try and get it right, hydrogen peroxide, just straight in with this. And I'll do this in front of you today, guys, just to show you how one bleaches one's hair. be prepared for this to go really, really yellow though, guys. It might not though, because you know, my hair is now I'm a natural blonde. I can say that to people if they say, "Are you a natural blonde?" And I can say, "Yeah, of course I am." Do you know what I mean? And been desperate to be blonde for years, and now suddenly I can just turn around and say with utter conviction, "Yes, I am a natural blonde." So yeah, so let's just get all of that in there. Sort of like a cream sort of consistency. Oh, I should be showing you. Sort of like a cream sort of consistency. And don't worry if you can't get it all out of there. It should all come out anyway. These were something like £1. I think I got this from Savers, £1. And they got the bleach from Savers as well, again £1, maybe £2. Yeah, the powder bleach, the sachets. So, are we ready for this, beautiful ones? Are we ready? So you can see that it's in there now, can't you? The hydrogen peroxide is down bottom, and I'll just mix that all together. It does make quite a nice paste. He says hoping desperately. No, it does. It just does. Nice and thick. A bit like a melted chocolatey sort of, maybe a little bit thicker than melted chocolate, more like a porridgey sort of consistency. Does that make sense? Why wouldn't it make sense, man? So David's going to absolutely kill me. He's going to hate this as soon as he sees it, because he told me the other day he doesn't actually like me having blonde hair. After all the agony I went through about, will he like it, won't he like it? And he was really, really lovely about it first time, man. He said it looks really nice and looks really natural and all of this. Had a heart-to-heart the other day, and it turns out he doesn't actually like me being blonde. And now I am a permanent blonde, so... What can you do, guys? I mean, if I go and whop loads of bloody black dye over this now, it's going to look ridiculous, isn't it? Yes, it will. Utterly ridiculous. And Ross used to hate it as well, so... You can't win, guys, can you? Trying to please the men in your life. Right, okay, so that's getting there now. Can you see that's almost like a... Let me try and show you what consistency it is. It's still a little bit runny, although that will actually sit quite nicely on my hair. And I used a bottle of bleach, one of the little 75ml hydrogen peroxide and one sachet of high lift powdered bleach. Now do try and get lumps out of it, guys. Not that that will make much difference, but just for uniformity and to make sure there's no patches or anything. Not that there will be any patches again, because we're using quite strong stuff here, aren't we? We absolutely are, beautiful ones. So yeah, no, I'm so sorry I haven't been filming recently. As I say, I've been snowed under with work. Work's brilliant, really loving my new job. There's nothing else to say, but really lovely people there too. So right, that's most of the lumps are out of that now. It's looking a bit like meringue sort of, no it's not, it's looking like a sort of a porridgey mess really. Can you see in there, guys? And it's blue as well, and the reason they make it blue is because when you put it on the hair, it will make your hair look whiter than it actually is, because obviously the blue's neutralising the yellow, leading up the garden path, thinking your hair's really lovely and white. So then you go and rinse it off, start screaming because your hair's in fact very, very yellow. So you then need to go and get another bottle of bleach and another sachet of powder bleach. So yeah, it's a bit dishonest of my guess, but they've got to do what they've got to do, haven't they, guys? There's no way that's going to stay that colour though once it's on your old barnet, is there? No, silly people. Right, so then I just get the toothbrush and just gently smear it on the old barnet. And if you don't want the yellowy sort of blonde colour, which bleach inherently just gives you, then do make sure you've got a purple shampoo or a purple base toner to hand. So I'm just now massaging the bleach mixture into my hair over the top of the coconut oil in little tiny, not sections as such. And what I'm doing is I'm picking out lumps about that big, about the size of a golf ball, guys. And I imagine this will probably go white now that I'm a natural blonde. Sounds really nice saying that. It just does, do you know what I mean? Probably going to turn out that I'm not at all and that I'm fooling myself massively, but a man can dream though, can't he, if he wants? I love dyeing my hair. I just love it, absolutely love it. Sometimes I get a bit disappointed with the old shades, but generally in the main I've been really pleased with the colours. Box dyes I've been using. Spending a fortune on them. Again, much to David's frustration. Bless him. As I said before, if Amir thinks that and the colour I had on when I started this video was L'Oreal Preference Viking Ash, very light ash blonde. It used to be known as Oslo, I believe. So yeah, start working that into the hair, and what's happening here is the coconut oil is interacting. Oh, look at it. What's that bloody picture? Why does it keep going like that? Oh, I don't know. To speed this bit up, my beautiful ones. Shall I stop talking now and just get this on my head? Okay, if you've got very long hair, I would get 2 bottles and 2 sachets, because obviously my hair's very short, isn't it? It is. So yeah, if you've got long hair, I would definitely advise getting 2 bottles and 2 sachets. Now I'm going to try and get my sideburns today, because last time they sorely missed, weren't they, guys? They were black, where the rest of it all went that hideous canary yellow colour, which we shall try and avoid today, if at all possible. Yeah, I hope you're all okay, beautiful ones. Yeah, I have been thinking about you all. I do think about you all the time anyway. Well, most of the time. I can't lie and say that I spend all day thinking about you, because, well, we all know that wouldn't be true, don't you guys? But I do spend a good proportion of my day thinking about, how does that sound? Does that sound better? So it's already starting to go quite yellow, isn't it? And I think the colour the best colour to try and aim for before putting a toner on is like a very pale banana or yellow sort of colour, which is what we'll aim for here today. So with the back of the glove, just going to remove that from my ear and off my face. Not really the best way forward, but the camera's going weird again. Don't know what's up with it, I really don't. Just need a new camera. Quite simple, guys. So that's about it with the old bleach. Doesn't take long, guys, does it? Especially when you're doing it my manner, which is just to slap it on and hope for the best, as John McLean says. I have to say I'm a bit disappointed with John, because I think he's sold out a little bit. I mean, he hasn't posted for months, and then he suddenly does, and it's load promotional. Sorry, you know, that sort of thing does wind me up, because YouTube is just riddled with adverts now, isn't it? It is. It's ridiculous. You know, you just go on to watch a 2-minute song, and there's like 20 seconds of adverts before and 20-second adverts afterwards. And if you're really lucky, there's 20 seconds worth of adverts actually during the song too. So, right, waffling again, aren't I, beautiful ones? That should do for our first, well, not for our, this is the only application I'm ever going to do this time round. But remember what I said before about banana yellow, guys. That's the colour we should be aiming for. So I'm going to leave this on for half an hour today. The cling film will massively expedite the bleaching process. Just put that over there. So, back in a sec. So gorgeous ones. I've got my cling film. I'm going to have to go into the bathroom to put this on, but and I can't physically. Well, I could take you with me, but it's going to be easier if I just go and do it and then come back. Is that okay? See you in a minute. Oh, I look scrumptious, don't I, beautiful ones? Absolutely scrumptious. Can you see what I mean about the, maybe you can, maybe you can't, but to me that looks really white at the top of my head, but it won't be, it'll be quite yellow, I assume. And that's because the blue is neutralising any yellow which may be in my hair, but it's only very temporary. The second you wash it out, it won't colour your hair, or it won't do anything like that. And your hair may be very brassy. So as I say, do make sure you have purple shampoo or the toner of choice on hand. Although this time what I'm going to do is just today I'm going to leave the bleached hair in situ. I'm not going to use a toner today. I'm going to go in with another application of coconut oil afterwards, just to give it a really thorough deep hydrating treatment, and then I'm going to put my toner on tomorrow. And I've got a couple of choices. I've got the again the Oslo Viking Extra Light Blonde, or whatever it's called, by L'Oreal preference, or I've got a Bell colour, which is a medium natural blonde or something like that, and I thought that would be quite a good one to do the old streaking affair at the front. How does that sound, guys? So this is me straight back from the bathroom, and I need to leave this on for half an hour now, so I'm going to go and just have a quick tidy up and just go and wash this messy old thing up, because as you well, because as many of you beautiful ones out there know, I don't do mess. Never have done, really. In fact, mess is just, well, it's just not nice, is it, guys? Okay, so I'll be back in half an hour. It seemed like about a second to you, but okay, I'm gonna go. I remembered another point, guys. So sorry, I still haven't gone yet. But when you're getting to the paste stage, you can add a couple of tablespoonfuls of the melted coconut oil into the paste, and that way your hair will be super, super, super protected. So another little tip there. I'm full of them today, aren't I, beautiful ones? Well, I don't want you to ruin your hair like I did, so that's why. Something else you could do, beautiful ones, is when you come in to put your coconut oil on, just careful you don't get bleach everywhere. And when you come in to put the coconut oil on your hair, is just to get a little plastic container or something, maybe a dollop, about a tablespoonful of conditioner, a tablespoonful of the coconut oil, mix them together. That way it makes it a little bit more thicker, a little bit more viscous, a little bit more easy to put the paste onto your hair, and then once it's on, it should work its magic. So I just had a packet of French fries. Do you American people have French fries? It's by a brand called Walker's. What am I on about? They are one of my favourite crisps. Or what do you American people? Fries? No, you don't. You've got chips. That's it, potato chips. I'm going to go now, guys, and I've got about another 5-10 minutes left, I think. Although it is working its magic. Can you see? It's going to be really, really, really yellow, isn't it? But that's what you want. Another tip there for you beautiful ones. So beautiful ones, it's been about 30 minutes now, and I think it's about time to rinse off. My scalp's starting to tingle. It doesn't burn like the first application did, but then I'm using 30 vol as opposed to 40 vol. But let's take this makeshift cap thing off, shall we? Knock our glasses off. Can you see I put the a little bit on my sideburns this time, just to try and avoid the old. And the important thing when you bleach the old, what to finish off what I'm saying really, the old dark sideburns, which happened last time. I was going to say that the important thing is to try and keep your bleach wet, and by putting a layer of cling film over the top will seal in the heat, and it will keep it damp as well, because believe it or not, the second bleach dries out, it stops working. So, right, I'm going to go and rinse this off now, and I'll be back in 2 minutes looking like a canary. Tweet, tweet. Right, beautiful ones, this is the final result. Well, not the final result at all, because I still need to tone it, but that's for tomorrow, and that will be a separate tutorial. Again, I'll mix it up in front of you and I'll apply it in front of you. What do you reckon to that? And this is using coconut oil and powder bleach and hydrogen peroxide, 30% vol, leaving it on for half an hour. Granted, my hair wasn't dark in the first place, but it was 6 weeks ago, although now I was just re-bleaching it, wasn't I? But so, and it feels really soft. Really, really, really soft. It's got nothing on it, no conditioner, no nothing. Just feels incredible. Do you want to have a good look? And it's not as yellow as I thought it would be either. In fact, it looks a little bit golden blonde, doesn't it, at the minute? Very unnatural, so it will definitely need toning. An important thing to remember about toners is, especially blonde toners, is if you want an ashy tone, you need a purple-based toner. And if you want a white sort of based, a white colour, then you need a blue based toner. Golden blondes tend to have a bit more orange, a bit more red in them, whereas ashes, as I just said, purples. But yeah, I think we've been very, very successful today. And I might go and mix up some of my conditioner with coconut oil, which would just act as like an intensive conditioner post bleach treatment. And as long as you keep whopping loads of coconut oil on your hair, then you should be okay. Please, this is just what I do. I'm not saying to anyone out there that I'm telling you to do this. This is what I do to protect my hair whilst bleaching. Didn't do it last time, fair enough, I get that, but from now on I definitely will. And it will protect your hair and allow you to bleach a lot shorter, because it expedites the bleaching process, as I've already said. And it just makes the whole thing far more pleasant. It really, really does, guys. So I'm going to have to put a layer of this on, because David is going to go absolutely spare. It's a bit wet, so let's just wipe that on. This is Provoke Purple, touch of purple shampoo, touch of silver shampoo. And that will give my hair an ashy sort of tone. I might go and put some on and then come back and show you beautiful ones, or I might just go now. Shall I go now, or do you want to see do you want to see a little bit more of me today? Are you fed up with it to the back teeth with me? Because I'm getting very bored with myself now. It happens quite regularly, beautiful ones, it does. Bless me. Right. So I'll just do a side. Can you see it doesn't look natural at all, because the bleach has removed all the tones and highlights in my hair, and that's why you need a toner, because the toner will put back those tones and those highlights. Most shop bought dyes these days. Sorry, the washing machine's running. I have to add music to this, won't I? Most shop bought dyes. Most shop bought dyes these days have at least 2 or 3 tones in them, so you can you can choose one which is basically got tones in it, and that will give you that really lovely, when you turn your head sideways and you see dark where your hair would naturally be dark because of the light, not because your hair is dark there. It's really hard to try and describe what tones and highlights are, but I know what I'm talking about, and I hopefully most of you out there will too. Definitely need purple shampoo on this lot now, don't I, guys? Okay, so that's how to bleach your hair, minimizing the amount of damage that causes to it. Please, if there are any detractors out there, don't be rude. This is a channel for it's a peace-loving channel, basically, isn't it, guys? We don't like people attacking us or being vicious. So if you've got any comments to make, please try and make them constructive. Although I know there are 1 or 2 people out there that will just think I'm totally bonkers and that you shouldn't do what I did. Although the coconut oil has worked for me in the past, and it does protect the hair on some level. But again, my hair's really thick, and can you see the shine? Can you see that, beautiful ones? And that's literally just bleach, so there's nothing else on the hair. But okay, I'll probably be back a little bit later on with some purple shampoo before David arrives. He's coming. We'll probably be around about 9, half 9, so I think I've got about 2 hours to rescue this lot, because he's going to go spare when he sees I've bleached my hair. But as I said at the start, I'm a natural blonde now. What am I supposed to do? Stay that colour or just go lighter? See you soon. Hi again, beautiful ones. This time I've just opened the blind, basically, and turned the studio lights off, so now you can see how hideous and yellow the colour is. It's not yellow as it was before. It's like a banana yellow, so the ideal colour now to put a tone on. Can you see the colour of my moustache and beard? The beard's basically white. It is. And the moustache is sort of like a dark blonde colour. So what that's all about, it could be the Celtic blood in me, couldn't it? Because I am Welsh. I was born in Bangor, making me a Welshman. Yeah, so it definitely needs toning, but it just depends what shade now. And if I wanted a white toner, then I'd have to go for a blue based. I've said all of that, so I'm going to go now, guys. See you soon.